This is my reflection on the Masters of Strategic Leadership. I'm Adriana Notaboom, and this is for the course Lead 795 with Bethel University. My main takeaways from the Master's program were the assessments, the emotional intelligence, our strength assessment, and core purpose. All three of these have been extremely helpful for me in my professional life and my personal life. Knowing my emotional intelligence has really helped me to grow in my responses to people and situations, especially at work. And knowing my strengths has helped me to be able to tap into what I do best in my job. And my core purpose has helped me to be able to focus on what I can do to help people every single day, especially working in customer care right now. My other main takeaway was the course on followership. I really gained a lot from knowing how to be a better leader through being the best follower that I can be. This class, SLDR 660, really taught me a lot that I know I will never forget. I grew a lot spiritually through this course as well. And I really grew in my faith from learning how to be a stronger follower. One impression it made on me was the fact that every leader is a follower, and every follower has the potential to be a leader, even if they aren't given that title. And the personal values of the MASL program for me were extensive. I came in with expectations that had been set by my dad of what grad school looked like, but I left with my own identity. My dad had just finished his Master's of Organizational Development and Leadership as I started my Master's of Strategic Leadership. I had a one-sided competition going with my father about how much better I was going to be than him at school. I had heard through countless hours of grad school, "Oh, in class we learned this. When you're in school, you'll talk about this," and I couldn't take it anymore. It was finally time for me to be the winner. With this unhealthy mindset, I began my studies. I did do countless hours of papers, and I did do countless hours of work, just like I had watched my father do. However, through all of that, my perspective changed, and I began to say, "Hey Dad, in class, we talked about this," and it drew us closer together. Through going through school, I lost that competitive edge, and I grew into new and healthy relationships with those around me, especially with my dad. It really changed who I was as a person and molded me into a better version of myself and who I'm supposed to be. I found myself connecting more deeply and more meaningfully in my work life as well. I found myself changing from a passive follower into a connected and involved follower. I was no longer aggressive in my mindset when I was at work, but I wanted to be somebody who participated and made friends. This was a big deal for me because I'd been burned by toxic relationships at work. Now I was able to be part of the group. Something I always want to remember about what I learned is how being a follower directly relates to my ability to lead. Like I said before, as a leader, I am a follower, and that's a perspective that I have to keep in mind to maintain a position of humility in my leadership. I also want to remember our perspective on collaboration. We always have to remember to work with other people because we can't do things alone, and it's important to keep that perspective. I also want to keep in mind what we learned about working through crisis. I have to help people through crisis every day in customer care, and I want to make sure that as those times of crisis grow bigger, and as I start to work my way up in the company and I'm dealing with crisis on a bigger scale, I know how to respond to those times, and I can lead effectively. Topics I want to continue to learn more about and I want to research further are project management. I was teaching at the time, so I didn't have a chance to really sink my teeth into that class the way that I wanted to, so to speak. So I'd like to learn a lot more about Gantt charts and work breakdown structure and how to really piece those elements together in a way that's meaningful, especially where I'm working now, where I have the opportunity to do things more along those lines. And diversity. leading conversations as a leader about diversity. How do we approach those topics? How do we start conversations as leaders in the workplace without causing offense or without causing uh, strife, so to speak? And how do we talk about inclusive language surrounding diversity now that that's become a more present topic in the world and workplace? That's something I definitely would like to study up on and learn more about as well. My final thoughts that I'd like to leave with my peers are that it's been really great getting to know all of you and work with all of you. It's definitely been an amazing journey, and I'm thankful for the time that we've had together. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and your feelings with me throughout the course. I know there have been some more moments where we've had intimate forum posts and people have really opened up, and I do truly appreciate those moments where you've laid your heart bare, and that's really meant a lot to me, especially connecting over the internet, somebody you don't know from a distance, being willing to share that privacy with someone. Don't be a stranger as we go forward here. My email is posted and Facebook as well. Feel free to reach out and connect. I'd love to stay in touch and see how life unfolds from here going forward. But thanks again for everything, and best wishes to all of you as you move forward throughout this journey. God bless you all, and thank you for everything. It's been wonderful getting to know you. And thank you, Teddy Ann, for everything through this capstone project and all of your dedication to us as well.